Hello, Lexi and Dylan. This one's called The Seed of Doubt by Irina. Hmm. Let's see what this one's going to be all about. In fields flat and wide lived a young boy and his father. After school, the boy would help his father on the farm, tending to the crops and the animals. The boy loved the farm, the meadows and the brook, the barn and the henhouse, but he dreamed of a world beyond. A world where mountain ranges rose sharp through clouds, where oceans swelled with hidden depths, where cities stretched with skyscrapers, a world where he could do anything and be anyone. Every evening before bed, the boy would tell his father of his dreams. When I am bigger, I'm going to climb up high. I'm going to climb the tallest tree in the largest forest and the highest peak of all the mountains. And then, the boy paused as he looked out at the night sky. Then I'm going to fly right up to the moon. His father would listen and nod, put his arm around his son, and kiss his head. You know you can do anything, he would always say, as long as you believe it. Oh, isn't that nice? The next day the boy was walking through the fields, when a bird swift and sleek flew overhead. As the bird passed him it called out, and something fell from its beak. The boy reached out his hands and caught it. It was tiny, but it felt heavy with significance. It was a seed. The boy dug a hole, and in it he planted the seed. When he covered it up, it was as though it had never existed. A few weeks later, a sprout of green appeared, and before long a sprout became to shoot, and then the shoot became a sapling. The tree grew so impossibly fast and tall that no one could believe it. At first the tree was like a wish come true. The boy couldn't wait until he was big enough to climb it. But as the season passed and the boy grew bigger, his dreams got smaller. Yet instead of thinking of all that he could do, he thought more of what he could not. Mm. When he saw the tree, he felt more fear than joy. He still longed to climb it, but he doubted that he was strong enough, or brave enough, or sure enough. In the evenings, instead of telling his fathers of his dream, he spoke about how the hens were laying and the cows were milking. And when he looked out at the night sky, the top of the tree seemed to touch the skies, and the moon seemed so very far away. One day the father saw the boy standing in the tree's great shadow, and he stopped to lay a hand upon his shoulder. Doubt, he said softly, is like a seed. It starts off tiny, but it sure grows fast. The boy looked up at the tree's branches that reached so high into the sky. His forehead furrowed like the fields after ploughing. His eyes misted over, tears falling from them like rain. What do I do? He whispered. His father wiped a tear from his son's cheeks. Remember what I've always told you. You can do anything, anything you want, as long as I believed it, the boy finished. The boy reached out a hand and felt the tree's rough bark beneath his fingers. As he looked up, he saw a squirrel, clever and curious, peering down at him. Up scampered the squirrel, and up followed the boy. Up he climbed from one branch to another and another. His father watched as he rose higher. That's it, he said to himself. That's it, he said under his breath. Up and up the boy went, passing the squirrels and the birds on his way. Soon he felt tired. He wanted to stop and rest, but he knew he must keep going. Keep going, his father murmured. When the boy looked down, he never felt so scared. His body started shaking, his head spinning. He wanted to climb down, to go home, to never see the tree again. But he knew he mustn't give up. Don't give up, his father called to him. So the boy kept on climbing and believing and climbing, higher and higher and higher, until there it was, the top of the tree. What do you see? Came his father's voice, loud and strong from far below. The boy lifted his head, and his spirits lifted with it. As he looked out, he could see far and wide across the plains, and beyond them he could see his dreams. He could see snow-capped mountain ranges and deep blue oceans, and vast cities all laid out before him, ready to explore. Everything, the boy cried out to the sky, to his father, to himself. I can see everything. His father laughed and wept with pride, and the boy he felt on top of the world. He felt like he could do anything and go anywhere. He could even fly to the moon if he believed it. The end. The seed of doubt. Believe in yourself, babies. I love you. Dream big,